All right, man, listen. UFC Fight Night Azerbaijan in Baku is this weekend. I cannot wait for this fight. The main event is very good. Jamahal versus Khalil Rountree. Very big implications for the division. Very big implications for what the next number one contender fight is going to be. But I am going to start with the prelims, then I'm going to go on to the main event. First fight of the night. Hamdi Abdel Wahab versus Muhammad Usman. The shitty Usman brother versus the absolute blob from Egypt. Look, bro, both of these fighters are pretty shit, I'll be so real. A lot of people are saying Muhammad Usman is going to win because, he has better pressure, he has better wrestling. I don't agree. I don't agree at all, in fact. Muhammad Usman, you know how we all criticize Kamaru Usman for having like pretty shit striking. He's always ducking his head. He's always throwing a jab with his head ducked. Muhammad Usman does that, but like 10 times worse. This guy is like ducking his head, throwing overhands, and then tipping backwards because of how shitty his balance is, okay? Now, I'm not saying Hamdi Abdel Wahab has good striking, but, at least he stays on the outside a bit. He tries to be calculated. He does throw leg kicks. I do think that's going to be the tail of this fight. Hamdi Abdel Wahab is probably just going to, the hammer's just going to leg kick him like every opportunity he gets. So I am going to go with him. I also think he's going to be able to wrestle Muhammad Usman. I don't know if he's going to take him down, but he's a bit slick. He's quite slick with his takedowns. He was able to take out Jamahal Pogues with like a slip inside trip. Inside trip against the fence. And yeah, like he's coming off of a win. He has momentum. I say momentum, he's only on a one fight. No, actually, his previous fight before that got overturned, but he did win it in the moment, and then he took 2 years off. He's on a win streak now. Muhammad Usman just lost to Thomas Peterson, which isn't a bad loss, but I am going to go with Hamdi Abdel Wahab to get this done. Next fight of the night, Tagir Ulanbekov versus Azat Maksum. I'm laughing because Tagir was supposed to be the co-main of this entire card, actually, against Kyoji Horiguchi for his comeback. And to see him second fight of the night is quite funny. But with this fight, I am going to go with Tagir. The one thing I am worried about for this fight is Azat's power. He is quite powerful for the flyweight division. And Tagir does look like he cuts a lot of weight. So I don't know if I haven't seen him rocked before. So I don't think he's been finished in his career. So it's not a crazy thing to worry about. But Azat does have pretty crazy power for the flyweight division. He was dropping Charles Johnson like crazy in the first round of their fight. So that is one thing to worry about. But Tagir, he has very good wrestling. He has very good grappling. He has that Dagestani style of grappling. He's just very heavy on top if he does get you down. And he is able to, he does have slick takedowns against the fence. He's able to pick you up, slam you down. He did it to Clayton Carpenter, who's a very explosive guy, very stocky guy. So I do think he will be able to take down Azat if there is any trouble on the feet. But even on the feet, like he is very fast for the division. He's very tall for the division, very big. Long rangey style. He has very good kicks as well, very fast and sharp kicks. I do think he will win this fight by decision, to be honest. I might go with 30-27. I do think he'll win every round. So yeah, I am going to go 30-27 to Tagir Ulanbekov. Next fight of the night. This is fight of the night contender here, guys. I'm joking, by the way. Irina Alexieva versus Claudia Segula. I'll be so real, guys. No tape has been watched on these two guys. I just know Irina's coming off of a win. Claudia Segula is coming off of a loss to Melissa Mullins, who's on the next fight. But yeah, I am going to go with Irina Alexieva. She does look tough. Her stance, she's looking very angry in the picture. I'm driving right now. I'm on my way home. I was supposed to record this video on my way to the gym, but my mic fucking ran out of charge. So yeah, I'm recording this on my way back. So I'm saying everything I said on the way here twice, basically. But yeah. Irina Alexieva is going to win this fight. I don't even have the image of her pulled up on anywhere, but I remember looking at her picture. She looks very tough. She looks like she's not going to be broken by anyone. I am going to go with her. I'm going to be a bit controversial with the way she's going to win this fight. I do think she's going to win by 29-28 decision. I know no one's picking this fight to go to a decision, but I will be picking Irina Alexieva by decision. Who would have thought? Next fight, wow. Daria Zalazniakova versus Melissa Mullins. I will be going with Melissa Mullins. Why? She's the favorite. She's coming off of a win. I think she's coming off of 2 wins, actually, over Irina and Claudia. So she sunned both of them. Okay, she's above them in the fight order. She's doing her thing. She's also from the UK. She's British, bruv. But yeah, I am going to go with Melissa Mullen. She's the favorite. She looks more like a fighter than Daria. And yeah, 29-28 decision as per usual. I might go for a finish for this fight. I don't know. I actually haven't seen Melissa Mullen's fight, but she does seem like she's a good fighter. I won't trash on her too much. She might potentially get a finish, who knows. But I am going to go with her for the win. Next fight of the night, Ismail Nardiev versus Jun Young Park. Now, when I first thought about this fight, I was like, Ismail's the younger guy. He seems a bit more explosive, probably more power in the hands. He's probably going to win this fight. But after rewatching Jun Young Park's recent fight against Brad Tavares, I don't think Ismail is going to win this fight. What is his path to victory? Stay on the outside and just jab and leg kick him? His takedowns aren't that good. He was barely taking down Bruno Silva, who's fucking shit. He was going to a decision with Bruno Silva. If you're going to a decision with Bruno Silva, I'm sorry, you're just not... If you're not knocking this guy out in round one, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, this guy is not good. Bruno Silva is not good at all. So, yeah, I am going to go with Jun Young Park. Simply because this guy actually has very good pressure and his boxing is very good. He's good at countering. He was countering the fuck out of Brad Tavares. And Brad Tavares is a very good fighter. He is a gatekeeper in the division. He's still winning to this day. I think his last fight was against GM3. Very close fight, yeah, but to be winning at his age for how long he's been in the UFC, it's still very impressive. And for Jun Young Park to just put the pressure on him. And he is able to wrestle as well. He was able to lie down on... he was able to lay on Brad Tavares for the final round of their fight. Yeah, Brad Tavares is someone who has brick wall takedown as well. So to be able to do that is very impressive. And it just shows that he's able to go 3 rounds. He's able to get a decision. I believe he's just going to put the pressure on Ismail Nardiev. Also, this guy's... I remember watching his recent fight and the commentary was like, he's coming off of a... Because he was out of the UFC for a while. They're like, usually the UFC doesn't sign people who are 4-3 in the regional scene. And I was just thinking, this guy went 4-3 in the regional scene? Are we being serious? If you're coming from the regional scene, you need to be going on like an 8-fight win streak. Do you know what I mean? You need to be going 8-0. You can't be 4-3 in the regional scene because by the time you get into the UFC, yeah, you got Bruno Silva in your you got Bruno Silva in your first fight. But after that, the competition's only going to get harder and you're just not going to win against these guys who are so tested in the UFC, not in some shitty promotion, all right? So I am going to go with Jun Young Park to win that fight. Probably by decision. I do think he is going to win a decision. Next fight of the night. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Seokyeon Ko, whatever his name is. He's a Dana White Contender Series guy. Versus Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster. Oban Elliott, okay? This guy's a marauder. I'm joking, he's not a marauder. He's a very slick striker. Very fast punches, very big for the division. He is quite tall for the division. He's 6 foot. He has very good reach. He has good power as well. He's very dangerous up until the 3rd round. It doesn't really matter. I don't think he has a bad gas tank. I think he's dangerous through all the rounds. I haven't watched any tape on this Saquon guy. I don't know what his name is. But yeah, I am going to go with Oban Elliott. I think this is a bit of a layup. In front of a crowd, he's going to have a good moment. I am going to go by round 1, round 2 TKO. Oban Elliott has very good kicks, very good striking. He's a good grappler as well. I think he's a problem. I think he's going to make it into the top 15 of the division. I think depending on how his next performances go as well, because Saquon, he's a bit of a layup for him. I don't think this is going to determine how good he actually is within the division, but coming off of a win over Basel Hafez, a TKO win or a KO win, I actually don't know what the official thing is, but yeah, I think he's going to be a problem for the division, and I can't wait to see him fight after this as well. I think he's going to get a knockout. Onto the main, not the main event, the main card. Muhammad Naimov versus Bogdan Grad, bro. I cannot wait for this fight because I just think this fight is going to be sloppy as fuck, okay? This is going to be either very boring or very fun. I cannot tell because their styles are so different. Muhammad Naimov likes to stay on the outside, likes to jab you up, hit you to the body, come upstairs, leg kicks, body kicks, grapple you, take you down. He likes to just stay very clean. Whereas Bogdan Grad is the complete opposite. And I mean the complete opposite. This guy literally walks towards you, points his elbow at your fucking face, trying to block any strikes coming, throws the meatiest hook or the sloppiest right hand and just dives for your legs. This guy's insane. But he does get it done. I forgot who his last fight was against. But it was on the Saudi card. It was on the same card as Muhammad Naimov, actually. But yeah, he just marauded his way forward. This guy's insane. Almost reminds me of Andreas Gustafsson, but a bit different. Their aims are a bit different. Their goals are a bit different in the fight. I really don't know who to pick in this fight. I guess if Bogdan Grad is able to get through Muhammad Naimov, I think he is the real deal, because it just shows that, we're in this trend in the UFC now where you just need to maraud everyone. You need to be like DDP. You need to not give a shit about anyone. Andreas Gustafsson, don't give a shit about what the person in front of you is doing. Just do what you want to do. And if he's able to get through Muhammad Naimov, I think he is a real problem for this division. It's hard to say because Muhammad Naimov lost to Felipe Lima as well, through the grappling, through submission, and it was his debut, coming up in weight as well. So it's hard to say. I think he is going to overwhelm Muhammad Naimov. Actually, I am changing my pick. Initially, I was going to pick Muhammad Naimov, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go with Bogdan Grad. I think he's going to be too much. He's going to have too much pressure for Muhammad Naimov. I see a lot of headbutts in this fight, actually. I think there are going to be a lot of headbutts, a lot of fouls in this fight. But yeah, I am going to go with Bogdan Grad. Probably by decision. I think he might just wear on him too much. Next fight of the night, Nazim Sadikov versus Nicholas Mota. I'll be so real. No footage watched on Nicholas Mota. This guy looks like a frog. He has a fucking thick ass neck on him. So I don't know if Nazim Sadikov is gonna knock him out, but I am gonna go with Nazim Sadikov. This guy's kicks are very, very cool, bro. I like his style a lot. Jab, like question mark kick to the body, bro. He does some weird shit. Side kick to the body, question mark to the face. He has a very cool style. He comes out of a very good gym as well. I think it's Syndicate MMA, the name of the gym. Yeah. It's the same. Ray Longo's the same guy that trains Marab. But yeah, Nazim Sadikov is a very good fighter. I'm very high on him. Came off of a bit of a controversial stoppage. It was a doctor stoppage over one of the Bonfim brothers, but he just landed such a clean head kick, and I think he's coming. He's in his home crowd. A lot of momentum. I am going to go with Nazim Sadikov. Even though I said this Nicholas Blopter guy has a lot of, he has a very thick neck, I do think it's going to be a TKO or a submission. I think he will finish this fight somehow. I think he will be KO, to be honest, over Nicholas Mota. I think he's going to put on a show for his people and go away with the win. Next fight, Tafiq Masayev versus Miktabek Orobai. Bro, I love this guy so much, Miktabek Orobai. First of all, Tafiq Masayev, yeah, he's from Azerbaijan. Yeah, we're bringing him into the UFC. I think Orobai was supposed to fight someone else and he's coming in on short notice. But this guy, who is this guy, bro? No one knows this guy. I promise you could try and find footage on him. You wouldn't find anything. This guy fights in Ryzen on a 2-fight win streak. Who gives a shit? Okay? Orobai is going to win this fight. Even though Orobai, I wouldn't say he's overrated. No one actually rates him that highly. He's not exceptional at anything, but he's just good at everything. He's good at putting pressure on. He has crazy durability, this fucking Neanderthal. All right, he's not going to stop moving forward. Even against Mateusz Rambetsky, when he got rocked like crazy, he was able to stand up when he looked like he was able to, when he looked like he was about to be finished, and he was still pushing forward. And he said he wasn't tired after that third round. That might be cap, I don't know how much I believe that, but crazy cardio, crazy durability. He is a marauder. He does have good striking. He does have good grappling. His grappling isn't that good for, the standard that people have for the people of the region, but he does have good grappling, good wrestling. I think he's going to win this via decision. I don't think he'll finish whoever this guy is, but yeah, I'm going to go with Miktabek Orobai to win this fight. Featured fight of the evening. The reason why I'm laughing is because this fight is supposed to be happening for like 3-4 months. I think since February. Curtis Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. Bro. Whatever logic I have in my brain, everything that's logical, when I break down this fight, Curtis Blades should win this fight. But whenever Curtis Blades should beat someone is the perfect time to bet against him. I don't know why. Even in the press conference, he was like, yeah, I'm just here to pick up my money, It's just a paycheck, as long as they're paying me good. logically, I want to pick Curtis Blades, but I don't know what it is. Whenever he's supposed to win a fight, he doesn't. And I think I'm going to know how this fight is going to turn out just by the first 2 to 3 minutes of this fight. If Curtis Blades looks good for 2 to 3 minutes of this fight, I'm going to pick against him. Whenever this guy does well and you're like, okay, you know what, Curtis Blades, you know, his boxing's looking good, as it always does. He has a very underrated striking. His takedowns, you know, they're not amazing, but he's able to get them, sure. You know, he's able to wear on people. He does have a good gas tank. But then out of nowhere, he'll just, I don't know what it is, he'll just make a fatal mistake. I don't know if it's his game plan, but he'll just get knocked the fuck out. This always happens with him. So it just depends on how the fight goes. Rizvan Kuniev, do I think he's a very good fighter? I don't know. I actually haven't watched many of his fights. I haven't watched any of his fights, let me be real. But Kenny Okoye said it best. I'm just going to pick him off of vibes. I don't know why I think he's going to win this fight, but I just think he's going to win this fight. Curtis Blades never wins fights that he's supposed to. And so I am just going to go with Rizvan Kuniev. Don't at me if Curtis Blades win this fight. I hope he does win this fight because it just, it's better for the division, to be honest. I think Curtis Blades is a very good fight for everyone. I think more fun fights come out of it. No one really knows who this Rizvan guy is. So yeah, I'm going to go with, even though I just said that, I am going to go with Rizvan Kuniev. Probably by decision, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to go with him by decision. Co-main event of the evening. I'm not sure if this is a 5-round or a 3-round fight. I need to check that out. But I am going to go with Rafael Fiziev, even if it was a 5-round fight. Reason being, I just think Ignacio Bahomondes' striking is so overrated. This guy landed one highlight wheel kick, which is very good. It's a very good highlight to have on your thing. Fiziev has done the same thing to Brad Riddell. I don't know who the guy was that Bahamondes did it to, but he's not that good. Bahamondes has a lot of losses in the UFC. I forgot who he lost to. He lost to Ludovic Klein. Yeah, that's who he lost to. And we just saw Ludovic Klein versus Mateus Gamrot. I'm not saying Fiziev is going to take him down and just, wrestle fuck him. But Ludovic Klein doesn't have amazing striking. Gamrot was piecing the fuck out of him. Do you know what I mean? And Ludovic Klein's a very short guy. He's not big at all. Fiziev is a way more explosive version of Ludovic Klein. I'm not doing MMA math here. I'm just saying the truth, okay? Fiziev is way more explosive. His kicks are fast as fuck, okay? I just know in the Fiziev doesn't have a bad gas tank, okay? He has a questionable one, okay? It's a bit questionable, but it's not bad. Whenever we've seen Fiziev had a bad gas tank, it's in the second Gaethje fight when he took it on like 10 days notice. It's in the first Gaethje fight where he didn't even tire out that much. He just slowed down. Fiziev's game is built on speed, but it wasn't that he wasn't able to throw in the third round. It's the fact that Gaethje was able to rally in the last half of that round, okay? And they were both super close fights, his first fight and his second fight with Gaethje. Arguably could have gone with him if it did go to him. If the fight was in his favor, if the judges gave it to him, no one would call it a robbery. They'd just be like, close fight. Maybe some Justin Gaethje fans, Rufus fans would say, it's a robbery. But they were both very close fights. Fiziev has shown that he can go to the 4th or 5th round. I can't remember what round he finished RDA in. I believe it was the 5th. He is still dangerous in the final rounds. He was winning the recent fight against Justin Gaethje. He was winning the 5th round. So yeah, I think he's way faster. He has way better striking. His kicks are amazing. Ignacio Bahomondes' striking is a bit overrated. Even his grappling is overrated. Just because he submitted Jalen Turner, people are thinking this guy's a genuine grappling threat. He's not, okay? Jalen Turner gave him that fucking submission. Yeah, I think I don't want to call him overrated because he's clearly a good fighter. You don't just beat these guys by fluking it over and over again. So I'm not going to call him overrated, but I think in the context of the lightweight division, he is overrated. I don't think maybe he is a top 15 worthy fighter, but I don't think he's going to take that ranking from Fiziev. So I am going to go with Fiziev via decision. I think he's going to destroy. Honestly, I could see a TKO as well from Fiziev, to be honest. I just think Bahamondes is way slower than he is. And he's in his home crowd. He can't lose this fight. So yeah, I am going to go with Fiziev. Moving on to the main event of the evening. Jamahal Hill versus Khalil Rountree. Okay. Khalil Rountree will not win this fight. And I'm quite convinced of that fact as well. Khalil Rountree's biggest achievement is going 4 rounds with Pereira. A Pereira who I'm pretty sure his hand was broken. He was ill. They both only had 6 weeks for that fight. Preparation wasn't amazing for both of them, but I just think he's very overrated within his division. Yeah, he's super fast. Yeah, he's super powerful. But this guy gasses out as the fight goes on. His whole game, similar to Fiziev, he has a very similar game to Fiziev, but Fiziev is still dangerous in the later rounds. Fiziev is still able to put on the pace in the later rounds. Khalil Rountree isn't. Khalil Rountree is a sprint fighter, okay? If he doesn't get you out in the first 2 rounds, I don't think you'll win, especially against Jamahal. In the second round of Jamahal's fight against Yuri, he was butchering his body, fully butchering his body, and he hurt Yuri so many, I think once or twice, not so many times, to Yuri's body. And I think he'll be able to do that to Jamahal as well. To Khalil Rountree as well. I understand, the way he hurt Yuri was through a tie clinch. I think he threw a knee, or he threw a hook to the body. Yeah, Khalil Rountree's this Muay Thai savant. Yeah, he's super powerful, whatever. You can't beat him at his own game, but I think he can. Jamahil's a stronger fighter. He's not more powerful. He's not super strong and super fast at the same time. But I just think you lose. As soon as Khalil Rountree loses his speed, he also loses his strength as well. His strength is built on his speed. That's what power is. So yeah, I think Jamahal is just a stronger athlete in general over 5 rounds. I think as soon as it gets to the 3rd round and Khalil Rountree starts slowing down, I'm not going to say he gasses out by the 3rd round, but he's definitely going to slow down by the 3rd round. I think Jamahal's just going to rip to his body. I understand that Khalil has better movement. Jamahil's movement's a bit ploddy. He he steps with the heel of his foot. It's so weird the way he fights. His footwork is pretty bad, to be honest, but I think he's going to be able to hit Khalil Rountree in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round to the body so much, and I think it's going to be free. Khalil Rountree's going to hope to blitz him, and I think by the time Jamahal has hurt him to the body multiple times, I don't see Khalil Rountree being able to blitz him anymore. I think he's going to be on the back foot. I think I lost my trail of thought. I think Jamahal's just going to be able to push him back, teeps to the body, head kicks. I think he's going to just be able to mix it up a lot. He does have good striking. He has good power as well. I'm not going to say he's the most powerful in the division. There used to be a narrative when he beat, what's his name? The fucking blob, the tall motherfucker, caveman. What's his name? Johnny Walker. When he did knock him out, the narrative was he was the most powerful in the division. He isn't, but he does hit hard. And I think if he hits Khalil Rountree to the body, I think he's going to slow down, and I think he will wilt towards the end of the fight. I am predicting a Jamahal round 4, round 5, TKO via hooks to the body, knees to the body, kicks to the body. One of those is going to initiate the finish, and then I think he's just going to pour it on him. I do see it going to decision as well. And I see Jamahal probably getting a 10-8 round in the 5th round. Maybe, I don't know. That's a bit of a bold prediction. But yeah, those are my predictions for this card. This is a very good card. It starts at a normal time as well. I live in the UK, so thank fuck I don't have to stay up super late. But I would regardless. I always stay up for these fights. But it's nice to go to sleep at a pretty normal time whilst watching a very exciting fight at the same time. So yeah, those are my predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am trying to stay more consistent with my uploads. I'm just trying to figure out what I do want to upload. I don't want to be one of these guys who just uploads nonsense on their channel just to upload, right? I want to upload quality stuff. I am planning on doing face cam videos in the future. Probably a different style to how everyone else does it. Everyone else is at their desk whilst they do their face cams. I kind of want to keep this vibe of doing my videos whilst I'm in my car, whilst I'm going somewhere. It feels a bit more intimate, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Please comment, subscribe, like, do all of the shabazz. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. OTL.